Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. In the last video, I promised you quite an elusive video card, and I think I have one here. This one is here just for comparison. It will go away very quickly, and we will take a look at this beast of a card. For any of you who know what this is, it's basically a Nvidia QuadroFX 4700 X2. I think you might be able to read that here. Yes. And what this is basically the workstation equivalent to the GeForce 9800 GX2. And yeah, this card was very hard to get my hands on. I know that most of the offers for these cards are from the US, and since I'm located in Germany, getting your hands on one of these cards isn't really all that easy. It is a double card solution, much like the 7950 X2. Don't let me lie, is that right? Yes, 7950 X2. And it's not a dual GPU in the way that you have two GPUs mounted on one board. It's rather two cards sandwiched together. And I'm going to try to tear down this card today. I have done it before, but it's quite a bit difficult, and yeah, this video might need some editing afterwards, you know. We are going to start to take off these shields here, because I really don't want to scratch the upper one. I know that the one on the second card has a scratch, and I've changed them in the past, but getting a scratch on this cover would mean an absolute disaster to me. So I'll just very carefully take off these little screws. The cards are connected through these two little cards. You have to be very careful when handling these, because they are basically just separated by a very tiny bridge of PCB material. And I will put it right back, because if I break one of them, it's pretty much game over for this card. And I don't think I'll be able to replace them, you know, to get these parts anywhere from. And yeah, looking back at the 7950 GX2, it's a bit different. Here you just have a 6-pin Molex on one of the cards, and on the lower card you have the PCI Express connector, and you just have two DVIs on the top card. Sorry, you have two DVIs on the top card, and here you have two on each. You have a 6-pin on the lower card and an 8-pin on the upper card. As far as cooling goes, they are exactly the same, I think. Let me just check, but I think they are, yes, else I probably wouldn't have been able to change the covers. And yeah, very interesting, very weird, probably pretty much useless in terms of it hasn't really caught on, you know. I mean, this kind of cards are rarely seen to be like sandwiched together. I can think of 2 or 3 maybe other cards that are made in the same way, but basically, yeah, basically that's it. I thought this is an interesting little feature. This is like a plastic piece, and underneath there's like a diode, LED diode or something like that, and it just transports a light signal through this plastic and lets you know if the card is online. And yes, you can put two of them together to get quad SLI. Sadly, I don't have a second one. I really wish I had, but as far as it goes right now, these cards start at like 700 euros on eBay, and yeah, it's a bit difficult to justify this kind of money to buy a card, but yeah. So, what are the technical aspects of this card? Everything is of course times 2. So we have the G92 processor, 128 cores, 64 TMUs, 16 ROPS, 1024 megabytes of GDDR3 connected via a 256-bit bus. This card was released in April of 2008 and would have set you back a whopping $3,000 at the time. The architecture is Tesla and it's based on the 65 nanometer process. In terms of performance, it's rated around an HD 4850, something like that. And yeah, for its time, it was probably one of the more powerful rendering GPUs.